If you don't have a red-white commander deck in your collection, and you're not into the classic Boros turn creature sideways playstyle, Lorehold Spirit is absolutely the precon you should be looking at. Hey everyone, this is MTG Fatfish. If this is your first time on the channel, I talk about commander, budget brews, underrated cards, or whatever nonsense is happening in the world of Magic. And today we are diving into Lorehold Spirit, one of the pre-constructed deck from Secrets of Strixhaven. I'm going to walk you through how this deck functions, what our commander wants from us, and then we will upgrade the deck together to make it more efficient. First thing first, our commander is Quintorius, History Tracer. For 2 and a red and a white, you get a legendary Planeswalker with 5 loyalty, and it says, whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a free 2 red and white spirit. +1, you may discard a card, draw 2 cards, then mill a card. -4, spirits you control gain double strike and vigilance until end of turn. This version of Quintorius is basically his creature form, Quintorius Field Historian, but better. He still cares about spirits, he still cares about cards leaving your graveyard, but now he's cheaper and his abilities are way more powerful. He's both your engine and your payoff sitting right in the command zone. If he sticks around for even a couple of turns, the value gets out of hand fast. So let's talk about what this deck actually wants to do. Quintorius wants cards go into your graveyard, then leave your graveyard. That's how you generate spirit and protect your commander, and eventually give your whole board double strike and swing out for the win. The start list already leans heavily into recursion. You have got Tasha Ancestor Apostle, Sun Titan, Sarah Paragon, Sephine Recognition, Vulnerable War Singer, and Primary Research. A lot of these recursion pieces only bring back cards with CMC 3 or less, but that's totally fine because the deck includes 33 permanents in that range. You can absolutely lean into this graveyard recursion plan. Quintorius +1 ability also help us to fill up our graveyard naturally. You discard a card, draw 2 cards, and mill 1. Combining that with Faithless Looting and Siege the Spoils, you have got plenty of ways to put your reanimation target exactly where you want them. Faithless Looting having flashback is huge. It triggers Quintorius and keep the engines running. The deck also includes cards with self-mill effect like Millican and Perpetual Timepiece. But honestly, you want more of this effect. This deck feels best when you can consistently fill up your graveyard without spending more resources from your hand. The 2 best cards in the decks are Currency Converter and Containment Construct. Currency Converter is absurd in this deck. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile it. Then you can pay 2 and tap it to draw a card, then discard a card. Or tap it to put an exile card with this artifact into your graveyard. If it is a land, you create a treasure token. If it is a non-land, you make a 2/2 rogue creatures token. With Quintorius out, this basically reads, whenever you discard a card, you make a spirit. Then you get a treasure or a 2/2 rogue, and then put the card back into the graveyard for recursion later. It's everything this deck wants for only 1 mana. Containment Construct works a little bit differently, but it's still incredible. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile it and play it this turn. It's the same deal. Discarding triggers Quintorius, and you don't lose the card. You can pitch something you actually want to play this turn, you get a spirit, and then you play the card. It's efficient and perfect for this strategy. Before we talk about how to upgrade this deck, if you would like to see more deck tech from Secrets of Strixhaven, please consider subscribing. I make commander video like this every week. Now that we understand how the deck functions, it's time to upgrade it and make it more efficient. Since Quintorius is both your engine and your win condition, protecting him is your top priority. Deification. This is the first card I will add. A 2-mana enchantment. When it enters, you choose a Planeswalker type. Planeswalker you control of the chosen type have hexproof, and as long as you control a creature, damage can't fully wipe their loyalty. They drop to 1 instead of dying. So if you have a single creature, your commander is basically untouchable. You also want more ways to discard cards, draw cards, and keep your engine running. Bastard's Tunnel Grinder is a great example. When it enters, discard any number of cards, then draw that many +1. Later, it flips into a land that taps for red mana, and you can discover for even more value. It also costs 3 mana, so it works well with your recursion package. Demand Answers, a 2 mana instant as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or discard a card to draw 2. It's clean, it's cheap, and efficient. Unexpected Windfall is a 4 mana instant. You discard a card, draw 2, then create 2 treasure tokens. It's card advantage and filling up our graveyard at the same time. Bat of Holding, a 1 mana artifact. Whenever you discard a card, it exiles under Bat of Holding. You can pay 2 to draw a card and discard a card, or pay 4 mana to sacrifice it, return all those exile cards to your hand. I was skeptical at first because it stopped cards from going into the graveyard, which normally feels bad in a Quintorius deck. But this deck also wants the discard trigger more than anything. Every discard is a spirit token, and Bat of Holding gives you a reliable, repeatable way to do that. Then in the late game, you can just crack it and refill your entire hand. Ghost Vacuum. This is a card I usually use as graveyard hate, but in this deck, you can target your own stuff to trigger Quintorius and make more spirit tokens. I like Mimic Vat in this deck. It's a 3 mana artifact with imprint. Whenever a non-token creature dies, you may exile that card. If you do, return each other card exiled with this artifact to its owner's graveyard. Every one of your creatures dying is a separate trigger, so if your opponent casts a board wipe and kills all your creatures, Mimic Vat basically replaces all your non-token creatures with spirit tokens. And for our finishers, the deck already has Moonshaker Cavalry, which is a very powerful creature that gives your whole team flying and +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures we control. But I think Mirror Entity is a very good budget upgrade. It's a changeling. You can pay X mana. Until end of turn, creature you control have base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types. On Wings of Gold is nice too. It gives +1/+1 to all your tokens and gives them flying. And if your budget allows it, a Coma's Wheel is definitely something you should consider. Since our game plan is to make a tons of spirit tokens and flood the board, we might as well want token doublers like Mondrag, Exalted Sunborn, Elspeth Storm Slayer. They are a bit expensive, but they speed up our game plan a lot. Exalted Sunborn is the cheapest option here, and it's a great flying creature that can protect our commander in the air. In order to add all these upgrades, we need to make room. Here are cards I would cut and why. Hero History Buff is not a spirit, it doesn't synergize with our commander, and paying 5 mana just to mill a single card and put 2 +1/+1 counters on something is not where we want to be. The deck has way better things to do at 5 mana. Remorseful Carrick. The effect is minimal. It's a one-shot graveyard hate piece that doesn't synergize with our game plan. Ghost Vacuum does the same job but actually works with Quintorius. You can target your own stuff and triggers our commander, and still have graveyard interaction. Lorehold Archivist. This card looks cool but is painfully slow. The creature size is a 3 mana 3/2 that does nothing the turn it enters. You need to spend 7 mana, wait a full turn cycle, and then you only get to copy one thing. It's not a spirit, it doesn't help progress our game plan. Natamu Lord Spinner. This is a build around card. It wants you to have 1 or less card in your hand, and this deck doesn't do that consistently. It's cool to cast Wheel of Fortune, but it is unreliable. Advanced Reconstruction, a 4 mana enchantment that gives us a very minimal effect, is way too slow for the current commander format. Rip Apart is an easy card. There's a better removal in white. We don't need sorcery speed removal. Siege the Spoils, same thing, sorcery speed, too slow. You might as well play Big Score or Unexpected Windfall. Wave of Reckoning, a 5 mana board wipe that doesn't help us. I would rather pay 1 more mana for Austere Command or 3 mana for Out of Time. Beta Form Nissa's Amulet. It is a good card, but this deck benefits more from Boros Signet or Talisman of Conviction. Claim Jumper. I actually like this card a lot, but not in this deck. Unless you upgrade your mana base with more bounce land, Claim Jumper doesn't consistently ram you, and we already have Archaeomancer's map. which does the same thing but better and more reliable. And there you go, this is a quick upgrade guide for the Lorehold Pre-Constructor deck. The deck itself is very solid, and it already includes a lot of important pieces for the strategy, so it plays very well right off the box. We just need to add higher quality cards to speed up our game plan. I personally will buy this deck because I picked the Lorehold in the first Strixhaven set, and I really enjoy playing my austere commander artifact deck. Also, who doesn't want a cute elephant in the command zone? Anyway, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.